Alright folks, welcome back. This is Balatro almost every day, and today I'm getting a taste of my own seed. If you haven't already watched the tag team throwdown, you can watch the VOD on Murphy or Raffles channel. We raised over $21,000 for Gamers Outreach this week. The seed in my hand right now comes from day 2. This is round 2 of day 2, Gold Stake Nebula deck. I had the opportunity to watch a dozen other people cleverly navigate this seed, and now I want to feel what it's like to be on the receiving end myself. If you want to have a taste, you can get the seed from the video description, and when you're ready, let's go Gold Stake Nebula deck. Alright, first boss is Spades. There is an investment tag. The only question about whether or not to take the investment tag is, can we reasonably beat the big blind? 450 points? I think the answer is yeah, sure, that's reasonable. It's not guaranteed, but most of the time we can do that, even on the Nebula deck. As part of the competition, players were given 45 minutes to survive as long as possible. Reach the highest ante you could in 45 minutes, but they were allowed to restart as many times as they wanted. And I think with a little bit of restarting, you get to see different paths, different options. One option is you take the investment tag. Another option is you don't skip, and maybe there's something interesting in the second shop in this ante. I think some players did some version of either, but naively, if I didn't know, I would just take the investment tag here and then go next. And then once again here, kind of naively, probably we go for the spade flush. We actually get the ace high straight. We can play the king high straight. And then we have spades left over to make a flush. We could go discard, try to get the 5 for the straight. When I am playing on the Nebula deck, I do think about playing these early straights because we start with the telescope. So if there's a Celestial pack in either of the first 2 shops, then one Saturn card, level 2 straight allows you to beat the boss with one hand. And then also if you have, let's say, 2 Saturn cards, 2 Celestial packs, then already you can beat the first round of ante 2. You can one-shot with the level 3 straight. So maybe we could dig for the straight here, but it's just safer to go for the flush because there's 7 spades, there's only 4 5s. We do draw the 5, we get slightly punished for not going for the straight, but I do think that the flush was the better option. We could play the pair and keep going for the flush, but since we scored 300 points on the first hand, I don't actually need another flush. I can play 3 of a kind, and that should get me at least 100 points. We can throw away the low cards and try to get a high pair. Or actually, we only need 8 points, so we could play high card here. When I am playing on the Nebula deck, we are playing around the telescope, and so we should consider, instead of playing high card, maybe we play a pair of 3s. Maybe we play pairs. Okay, we've got the runner, we've got Steven. So let's see here. We do have the investment tag. I just need to make it to the next ante. I just need to beat this boss. I do like the runner. If I'm playing straights with the telescope and I'm getting the extra 30 chips per Saturn card for my straights, then probably you don't need the runner. Usually you get plenty of chips, you don't need the runner. But what I like to do with the runner is play a couple straights as like a mini game, but then use pairs as my main scoring hand. So maybe you get 60, 75 chips on the runner and then you still play pairs. I might do that. If I take the runner, then I can't beat the boss with just the runner. It's possible, but it's really tough. So to avoid dying, probably I need to buy something else. We could go Buffoon pack first, and then no matter what happens, even if it's bad, I can skip and then I can still take the runner. But if we do miss, then we do have that risk. Steven is not bad. Maybe we take Steven. We do have an investment tag, so even though Steven's perishable, we can use the money from the investment tag to easily replace it. I think we go runner plus Steven here, and then go next. Alright, so what kind of straight can we draw? We could try to draw the 10. That is possible. Yeah, I would prefer to discard more cards, though. So maybe I discard the jack. If we get the 10, we don't necessarily need the jack. We could also get a 7. I like this plan. We do get the 10. Now all I need is a 7 or another jack. Slightly punished. That's okay. I just need one straight, and then we're good. How about this queen high straight? Alright. Played an extra hand, which cost me an extra $1, but we do have the investment tag, so it's fine. Boss says 1 in 7 cards face down. Voucher tag, economy tag. We could try to save money for an economy tag. Maybe. I am tempted to go back in time. Not right away, but I am tempted overall. That's something that I want to do. Sure. Usually the reason you don't go back in time is you're playing pairs and you want to play 4 hands per round and you can't give up a hand. But maybe an argument for going back in time is we can get more scaling on the runner. We can get more telescope value. Let's go Arcana first in case there's money. No money, but we could get Judgment instead of Priestess. On the Nebula deck, only 1 consumable slot, so maybe Judgment here. Get Jimbo. That's fine, actually. Do I want this standard pack also? It is going to cost me $1 of interest. This is a $5 pack. I think is worth it. Bummer. I don't think I'd take the king here. I don't think I'd take the Red Seal 8. With the competition, folks were trying to survive to the highest ante possible. And one thing maybe you want to avoid is you want to avoid early Eternals, because those you can't swap out for higher scoring jokers later. So we're doing an okay job avoiding Eternals. I was just thinking about the Red Seal 8. That's something that could be a long-term plan, but maybe I don't have to worry about that if I'm only going to ante 8. What I do need to think about is this hand sucks. How do we draw a straight? Probably throw away the jack here, go for the low straight. Getting worse. So could be a 10, and if we do get the 10, I'm gonna need an 8. I can't get the king. So what do I need now? I need a 10 and a 6, 10 or a 6. Throw away the jack. Okay. Getting worse. So do I keep the 5? I don't have any more jacks. Keep the 5, draw the 6, maybe? Okay. This straight wins. I've played too many high card. Okay, but now we got 30 chips on the runner, so now we don't need to draw straight. It's chill. I could open a Mega Buffoon pack. I do want to go back in time, I think, still. I maybe want to save my money for that. I do take the Mega Buffoon pack. Okay, so could be the Swashbuckler, could be... Blackboard is strong, but maybe as a rental I'm not super excited about it. Maybe Cartomancer is not good if we only have 1 consumable slot. So let's go Zany Joker, which I might just sell for interest, but maybe I want to keep it for the Swashbuckler. Go next. Alright, now what? Try to get a 4 for a straight, or... I'm going to draw to the middle here. This gives me the most possible outs, so now I have either a 10 or a 6. I do get the 6, so I could play this straight. Zany Joker I can sell. Do I also want to sell Steven? Or something else? Or is this fine? Thinking about if I can get an extra $1 of interest. This is fine. Okay. Okay, we get Abstract Joker, which means I get punished for not selling Steven. Bummer. Could be an Arcana pack first in case of Hermie. We do get Hermie. Okay. So now we're chilling. Now we can go... Zany Joker can be Abstract, that's fine. I could go back in time and take a standard pack. This standard pack sucks. Could be a Glass Jack, I guess. Doesn't seem important for what we're doing. I don't think I need the Slide Joker if I have the runner. Okay. So I'm just missing that 5 again. I guess... maybe? We do get the 5. Alright. That's... I could be happy about that, I guess. 60 chips on the runner. Nice. Okay, there's a Spectral pack. There's Mega Standard pack. Skip tags I'm not interested in, so let's go Mega Standard pack. Holographic 4 I don't need. Foil 6 I don't need. Blue Seal. Alright, what do we want Blue Seal? Could be a Blue Seal 10, could be a Blue Seal 9. Maybe Blue Seal 10. Maybe first boss is Spades. Maybe I want a Blue Seal 9 if the first boss is Spades. Either way, I want to put the Blue Seal somewhere in the middle. So it could be 9, could be 10. I guess 10, 9. Maybe 9. Spades. Sure. Go next. Okay. Throw away the 5. Try to get a 6. We get a Jack instead. That's okay. No Blue Seal. That's fine. Steven's done. Okay. Emperor gives me 1 card. There's an Arcana pack. Celestial pack is guaranteed Saturn. I don't know if I want to do straights long term. Probably you're supposed to open the Celestial pack anyway. Do I want the smiley face? Let's go Emperor Arcana. Empress is not important to me. Priestess is probably not important to me. Sun, I also don't care about. Venus, I don't want. I guess I don't have to take this Celestial pack. I could just... if I want to play straights, I take the Celestial pack. If I want to potentially do not straights, I don't take the Celestial pack. And maybe I want to do not straights. So what? We just go next? I don't need this Venus. Alright. I want to try to get... could be a 5. Throw away the 3. I need either a 9 or a 5. We do get the 5. Okay. Steven's gone, and that's okay. I think I want this. I think I want the Tarot Merchant. I think I don't need this Onyx Agate. Let's look inside a Buffoon pack. Could be a Stuntman. Is a source of chips. I guess I already have the runner, and so maybe I don't need the Stuntman. Could be Fly Joker here is perishable. Could be a red card as a source of Molt. I do want some kind of scaling, so As I said before, the players in the competition, you want to avoid rentals. If you're trying to make it to higher antes, maybe you want to avoid rentals. Well, not just avoid rentals, you want to avoid Eternals. That's it, because Eternals, you can't replace them. Maybe... Stuntman plus what? Abstract plus Swashbuckler. If I take the Stuntman, I'm not doing the Runner anymore, but that is an upgrade. Honestly, that is an upgrade. So we can find another different source of molt, which doesn't hurt us as bad, honestly. Take the Stuntman. And then... Standard pack. Sure. Get a blue 5. And Terror Merchant. Alright, so now I could sell the Runner for an extra $1 of interest. Or we could keep it. I think I'm okay selling it. And then go next. So now what? I'm looking for my blue seals, that's it. There's a blue seal, play the high card. Now that's a plan. Now we can scale up the high card. Okay. Okay, Midas Mask as an Eternal. In a normal gold stake run, I would say, yeah, go ahead. It's like taking an Eternal Golden Joker, kinda, or an Eternal Rocket, kinda. You know, gives you like $6 to $9 per round. Even less if we have the Stuntman. Maybe more if we're playing high card. Instead of... I think we can do without it, but I do think it is justifiable. You could do the Midas Mask. I could take a gold 4 instead. How about that? Fool gives me plutonium. I have a death card. I guess I just take the plutonium and pass on the Midas Mask. Alright. So here's high card king. That's it. Already 7,000 and growing. Okay. Wheel Celestial pack. Not quite high card yet. Let's go Arcana. I want to save money for the boss reroll, probably. Could be Judgment. Wily Joker is not useful. So... do I want to spin the wheel here, or just save my money for the boss reroll? If I had more money, I would spin the wheel. Oh well. This wins. Saki Busky as a rental. Too expensive, can't take it. But we can go Arcana looking for money. We get a Hungman. Maybe 3 and 2 we can hang him instead of an Emperor. And then I want the boss reroll. I have money for a standard pack. I'm looking for any value generators. Could be a rock. Purple seal. I think the purple seal is justifiable. Though obviously it's not very good if you have only 2 discards. Okay. There's a blue seal. There's another one. I guess we don't care about both, because we only have 1 consumable slot anyway. Fine. Okay, could go back in time again. This boss previously played is debuffed. So, how about we get the standard pack? Could be a fancy 10 as a red seal is probably not important to us. I guess you could turn it into a jack, maybe. But this other stuff I don't care about. Let's go next. All right, for sure we're gonna go back in time. We just don't have to do it yet. There's the purple seal. I can spin the wheel. Ah, bummer. Crystal ball would be great. Next round I get to play 2 hands, because the first hand doesn't win. All right, faceless joker is probably something that we want to do. At least short term. I don't need the jacks here. There's justice if I want to make a glass jack, maybe. Glass face cards could be useful in the future if we find a Chad. Go next. So now I can play 2 pair. I can discard the faces. Discard the purple seal. Judgment instead of faceless joker. Maybe. Okay. Alright. Temperance. Okay, so I do want to use this hallucination, which means I probably... Do I keep faceless joker? This boss is going to debuff some stuff. Probably we keep faceless joker. So let's go... Jimbo's out. Judgment in. Could be a hologram. Okay. So in that case, I think Swashbuckler and Abstract, I want to keep those. Maybe the faceless joker is not as important as the hallucination. Sun. So that's something that we don't care about. I could use Magician here. Mega Arcana. Okay, could be Judgment again. Could be Temperance. Judgment could replace the Swashbuckler here. We don't need to do that. So let's go Rhesus first. Make some lucky cards, get some money, and then go back in time. Alright, now we have money, so we could reroll a little bit. Eternal Egg, let's go one more. Joker we don't need because we have the Stunman. Let's go next. Alright. We went back in time, so any hand I play wins. Great. Okay. This I don't need. Could take a magic trick for the hologram. That sounds kind of fun. My high card is now my most played hand, so let's start there. And we got the hallucination value. Could be strength. Could be make another glass card. If we're doing high card, maybe strength I don't want or don't care about. Maybe. Maybe I just make a glass queen. Okay. I think I do take the magic trick for the hologram. Go next. Alright, purple seal we can discard. Fool gives me justice. Maybe I want to hold on to that. Okay, got a nice amount of points on that one. Sorry, what's the boss? Oh yeah, -1 hand size, that's okay. So we got temperance. Fool for temperance I think is good enough. Rebate as an eternal, but it's a rental. Maybe with only 1 discard we don't want the rebate. For the Arcana packs I could reroll first. There's another rebate. Go one more. Supernova. I don't want as a perishable. There's temperance again. So could be a steel card, probably doesn't matter. Couple more rounds, hallucination. Hallucination could be Steel King. And then save the money. Let's go next. We have the boss reroll, so could be useful to save money for that. Potentially. Play the 9. Nice. Okay. There's a death card. Let's take a 6 for the hologram. And let's get the plutonium from the telescope. Alright. Death card means we don't re-roll anymore. We just go next. High card queen doesn't win. Not 18,000. And then I could make another blue seal. I could make another gold card. I could make another red steel. I think I want more blue seals. Because I'm going to use the hologram and I'm going to add more cards to the deck, so I want those blue seals now. Okay. Pick up Honu, and then we got 2 boosters. Could be standard pack. Oh, I forgot to make room for the hallucination. That's my bad. Here, do I want a king or a 6? Let's take a king. I guess I should check the boss. Boss says play only 1 hand. That's awkward. But maybe with the hologram it's fine. I could use the devil. Do I want a lucky 3? Or foil 7? Maybe I'll take the lucky card. Alright. Go next. I don't think I need to reroll the boss yet. We will investigate. So I don't think if I play this high card, I don't think it wins. 26? Okay, then we're good. Okay, hallucination's done. Celestial pack gives me plutonium. There's another blue seal, so could be a queen? Could be a king, could be a queen. Maybe king. Gold king for the blue seal. Go one more. Fool for a devil. That's fine. I guess I could hold the fool, but maybe a devil's not the worst thing. Go next. So now, ace high doesn't win. But the next one does. Could be I make a gold king right now. Could be I save the devil for my blue seals and we get more value later. I think I'm just going to take the money now. Okay. Alright. Square joker we don't need. Superposition's kind of funny, I guess. Purple 8. As another value generator. Obviously, we're not going to get very much value out of it, but it is a value generator. I can make another red steel card. Maybe is more important than using judgment there. And then go next. How about a 9? Okay. Okay. This boss decreased level, so I don't want to play too many hands. Standard pack. Could be a holographic queen, I guess. Could be. Could take the tower and make a fancy rock. I think I just go next. So this doesn't score 60,000. But the next one does. Could be a world card. Okay. My only scaling molt comes from the high card. I guess also The high card levels from the blue seals. Could be Arcana. What was the last thing we did? I guess... Yeah, what was the last thing I did? Probably just high card level, plutonium. Okay, so... Judgment gives me a business card. We can hang them. Ace and 6, we can hang them. I could strengthen the 10 and then make that red seal jack in case we get a photograph in the future or a chat in the future. Yeah. Better to set it up now. Hummer. And I think the standard pack for the hologram is worth it. Could be another blue seal, maybe a 9. Alright, I don't know this business card, probably not going to get much value out of it. So we can start with high card this way. Maybe I'm supposed to play the queen. Playing the high card queen here wins. I can play the high card 9. Never lucky. $2 though. Alright. There's a 2 for the hologram. There's a devil. We get Hermes. So I could save the devil. I could use it right now on the blue seal. I think I save it so that I can get the money right away in the next round. And $37, we could reroll one more. I guess then I get strength instead of the devil, and if I want to strengthen my other red seal, I have to take the strength card. Maybe that's something that's not super important to me. Go one more. The hungman is important though. Let's take it and go next. Alright. So I can play high card, but then we lose a lot of molt, which is kind of bad. I should discard first. Maybe 4 and 2, let's hang them, and then discard. I could consider playing 3 of a kind. Is weaker. Okay. I could play a flush and maybe we get the plus 20. I could play a pair. I could just commit to losing 2 levels here. Ow. And then one more of those. Ow. Bummer. Alright, so we get about 40,000 for the high card. In the next round, we need 110,000. If I take the glow up before opening the standard pack, I have a better chance of getting maybe a polychrome king as a gold seal is nice. Alright, do I want $12 here, or do I just want the blue seal? Maybe, I think I have enough blue seals now. If we get the money, we can reroll into more cards for the hologram because we have the magic trick. Or do I just want to turn an 8 into a 5? Maybe turn an ace into a 5? 62 cards in the deck, I guess. Maybe I want more blue seals. Alright, so high card 3 times. Holographic scores more, steel scores more, so let's discard first. World I don't need. This queen doesn't win. And then the holographic queen does. Okay. In the next round I need 165. I do need what looks like slightly more scaling here. Could take halvesies as a source of molt. Probably we should. That's like 20% more. And I think 20% obviously not a lot, but maybe that's what we need. Temperance instead of emperor. $12 is fine. The lucky cards I think are not super important to me. Maybe we can get rid of a jack here. I want to be able to draw my glass cards and my steel cards. Take halvesies, go one more. Is the fist better than halvesies? No, go one more. Jolly Joker, $6. I think we stop there. Go next. All right, so I can play Queen. Holographic. That's 100,000. All right, then we're chilling. Purple seal. Okay, play the 9. We're fine. Now we actually have some real multipliers, before we didn't. Fool, we get punished for using the plutonium. Should have saved in case of a hermit. Or we could have used Fool to copy a hermit. Bummer. Oh well. I could use the Fool to copy this hermit instead of plutonium. Sure. Got him. Standard pack for the hologram. We could take another purple. Could be a glass ace now. Now that we have higher level high card. And then maybe we can break the ace. I guess purple 10 is not useless. Alright. Could be a devil. Could be a free reroll instead of halvesies. Definitely take the 8. Definitely take a death card. I want to use it on my Polychrome King. That would be cool. Against the boss here, we should be fine. If we just kind of do the same thing as the previous round. I could copy the steel 10. Seems like a good idea. I don't do it yet. This shouldn't win. Okay, and then I could copy the steel card now. Could save the death for the jack or the king. I think I'm okay using it now. Cool. Alright, we get the Hungman, we get the Arcana pack. Illusions, cool. Great. Arcana first. So it could be Temperance for 11, could be a death card to copy purple. I think I actually want the money more. 7 and 6, let's hang them. The purple seals really don't do very much for us. Alright. Buffoon pack. This Swashbuckler's not really doing that much. Maybe I want to photograph as an Eternal. Boss forces a card to be selected. So my high card level is 16, so this is plus 16 molt on the photograph. It does combo with the steel cards and the red seal. So for sure, Swashbuckler's out of here. For sure. Alright. Do I still need the Stuntman? I do. Stuntman's kind of like a ×2 for us right now. We'll take an ace, don't need a castle. How deep do we want to go? No rocket, maybe justice? In that case, maybe we stop re-rolling. We go next. Alright, so what if we discard first? Do I need the steel one? I don't think I need the steel one. So the red seal jack I could turn into a red glass card, and that would be very powerful in the future. But maybe I'm afraid of it breaking right now. So I think I'm just going to play the Lucky King. Plus 20 means we win. Alright. Could be 2 Arcana packs. Reroll first. There's a death card. Red Seal Jack is the best copy. Could take Hermie here. So I could copy the king. I do like that. And then strengthen the 9s, or maybe we just skip here in case we find a fool. Devil, maybe. Isn't mail and rebate. So, you know, as far as like long-term planning, mail and rebate's bad. Justice for the kings, or just make gold, maybe justice. Go next. All right, so there's that jack, which we want to discard. I could make this king into glass. I think I will hold on to justice. Okay, there's a jack. I can play this glass ace, which doesn't win. Oh, bummer. All right. Let's go Spectral Pack first. Maybe I can use this Justice card. There's another red seal. So I could make a red glass 10. Maybe? Sure. Oh, I could have just added cards for the hologram. That's what I should have done. Yeah. Oh well. Chariot, maybe? There's Fool for Justice. I could sell the Chariot and then use the Fool for Justice. Chariot doesn't work against this boss because the boss forces you to select a card. Foil ticket. Let's go next. Alright, so I have the blue seal is selected. I have the king is selected. So I could play the king. I could make it into a glass card. Let's just play the king. 5 is selected. So if I play the queen here, or maybe just play the ace for 100,000. All right. I don't think this run has much more life in it. We could go a little bit longer if you want, I guess. We got time. So the thing I'm looking for now is like some kind of maybe re-triggering like a Chad. I do have the red seals in the deck. I would like to get off of this hologram plan. We do finally get the crystal ball, which is nice. How about standard pack? There's another red seal. Could be a red seal 4, and then you turn it into glass. Is maybe more important than taking another 10. Maybe taking more face cards is more important. Go next. Alright, so how about blue seal in hand? I can play the king. Alright. If I play the gold seal, I think this doesn't win. Great. This does win. So how do I want to use my justice card? Maybe I just put it generically on a face card. Like maybe I go glass, queen, and then this king should be enough to win. Okay. Boss has no discards. So I do want a hung man. I do check a standard pack for the hologram. Could be another red seal we take. Could be a face card we take. I think I'm okay with taking more red seals. I don't need a bus. I don't need Crafter Joker. I shouldn't have looked in there. It is expensive. Alright, we're going to need a nice amount of points for this round. Could be discard these. Play the queen. I don't think I keep the gold card. So glass plus photograph plus steel. The next hand wins. I can play ace high. Okay. Sorry, we didn't have a face card on that hand, so we scored slightly less points. I could have played the red seal jack, but I chose not to. Boss, no discards. That's going to make it harder to find my red seals. My steel cards are doing a lot of work. Fool for plutonium is kind of bad. Standard pack for the hologram, we could take a glass king is kind of good. Buffoon pack, kind of expensive. There's the rebate again. Go next. So, no discards. I think what I want to do, play the king, save the glass. I think that's the move. I think I might need the steal. So here, obviously, we don't get halvesies. Okay, I can play glass queen like this. We have the steel jack. I think that does it. Glass plus photograph plus steel. Yes. Alright. I mean, how do we get 2 million though? Alright, could be temperance for 11 bucks. Maybe. Fool for temperance and then... No, I was supposed to hold the fool. Because I could have done this. Could have been death card. Could be... I think I'm supposed to copy the jack rather than making it into a glass card. I should have held the fool. Alright, what's the boss situation here? Play only one hand type this round. Okay. So... can we get 2 million points at all? Let's find out. Start by discarding. I can play a glass king. I kind of want to save the glass king for when I have the red seals in hand. This is not good. So I could play high card, but it doesn't really score any points, so I should just play 2 pair here. I can play the king, but that's not going to be enough. Alright. Yeah, you know, as far as like trying to survive a long time, one of the drawbacks of the stuntman is it makes your gold cards worse, so you're not making as much money. It makes, you know, any kind of, if I'm trying to discard for purple seals, I want to hold cards in hand. It messes that up. It messes up digging for blue seals, holding blue seals. And whenever you open an Arcana pack, you only draw 6 cards, and so you have less options for using the tarot cards inside the Arcana pack. Already on the Nebula deck, you have more restricted access to your tarot card usage because you only have 1 consumable slot. You can only hold on to 1 at a time. Hologram, adding random cards to the deck, then when we get to the, you know, early on, if we're just playing high card with a stuntman, we don't really care what's in our deck. We don't really care what we draw, but definitely in the end game, if you are trying to score higher amounts of points, you all of a sudden do care about specific cards, like those red steel cards, those red glass cards, and maybe hologram is making it more difficult to get those, making it more difficult to copy those. When you open those Arcana packs and you're holding the death card, it makes it more difficult to you know, find your gold cards too, your value generators, of course, sure. And so if you have less money and you're re-rolling less, then you're not finding the jokers, the end game jokers. So like what did we have on offer? We had it was Sock and Buskin as a rental early on. That was it. We had photograph. That was it. What we needed was the Chad to go with the photograph, and that could have given us a couple more antes. Maybe we were looking for, with high card, there's not really that many options, especially with the stuntman. Maybe you're looking for the Baron or something like that. Maybe you're looking for an Ancient Joker, which allows you to pivot off of high card. Maybe Blueprint Brainstorm, that kind of stuff. So definitely, if you want to survive longer, you want to avoid Eternals, because it's like, okay, well, those are dead Joker slots. But some Eternals help you stabilize. Some Eternals help you get a jump start. You can't get to Ante-10 unless you pass Ante-8 first. And so maybe you need to take a few Eternals in order to make that work. Maybe take an Ante-1 Eternal. Maybe take, we had Eternal Midas Mask is probably not the answer. Because then it makes it so you can't use glass cards. Maybe Eternal Rebate could have been the answer. Maybe going back in time a couple times was not the answer. The Hieroglyph and Petroglyph vouchers, though, we did get, 3 additional or 6 additional rounds out of that. That was a lot of time to develop. Could have made more money. Anyway, this was a tough seed. Take care, everyone.